In question 9 we have to find out angle X, which is running from D to C to E, this angle here. So we may have to work out some other angles before we can get to X. So what else can we work out? Let's start with, if this is 41, it's on a straight line. So this one here should add up to 180 with the 41, which makes that 139. Why might that be useful? Well, I know that this angle X is inside a triangle, and I know the angles in a triangle at 180, so if I can get that will be quite useful. Okay? So there's a triangle here as well, big one, ABD, and I know that two of the angles in it is 120 and 38, which add to 158. So the third angle has to make it add up to 180. So 158 away from your 180 gives you 22. Okay? Then, why is that useful? Well, this is where you've got to use your parallel lines. We have here a Z shape. Called alternate angles. So can you see what other angle matches up with the 22? It's this one down here. 22 degrees. Okay? And then finally, we know that these three angles add up to 180. Your 139 and 22 give you 140, 161. So then this angle X must be whatever's left over from 161 to 180, which is 19. Okay? Now that was me explaining it, but I don't think that would be great in your exam just to have these numbers randomly put over the place. So let's see how we could write that down maybe in a better way, now that you know what to do. We first of all worked out the angle DEC. We did that by doing 180 minus 41 to give the 139 because angles on a straight line. We then said that ABC, this one up here, was equal to 180 minus 120 minus 38. That's what gave us 22. We can then say that angle ABC equals BDC. So the angle of B and D, they're the same, so they're both 22 because they are alternate angles. And then we finish off by saying that X is equal to 180 minus the 139 minus the 22, which gave us 19 degrees.